Greetings to the universe. All praises due to Almighty El. Thanks to my four pillars, IRSEJOE, Earth Dog, BMAN, NANDO. Special thanks to Earth Dog for all your great support from the beginning. Thanks to the support on the book. It's been noted in the Book of Lambs. Quality over quantity. This video might only get 30 views, but those are the 30 important people in this world today, and whoever else God blesses me with to actually see. Now here we have the Crystal City as it came in. As I showed you, this was Monday about 6:15 as NIBIRU was sitting in the northeast. And you see all the other ships around it. So this is why I wrote my book pretty much, because even with this evidence, people still choose to deny. Two are in the field of battle, the higher consciousness and the lower consciousness. It's all about choice. But they can't live together. It is God's will that the higher self will manifest itself as we're going into a higher state of being and time. Briefly, asteroids, comets, and meteorites, they're all shattered pieces of Tiamat, which was once Gia. So when comets come by, that is the interaction of their magnetic fields pulling against each other. And this is why we have some earthquakes. Other earthquakes are created by underground, beneath the surface battles that are happening on a daily basis. The final confrontation is going down. This is why we see the presence of the holographic, almighty, most supreme ship in our skies on a daily basis. And they could attempt to suppress it as much as they want to, but we won't be able to hide it forever, because it's God's will to be revealed to man. This is courtesy of Source Team. This is the inner hole that goes all the way through to the bottom side of what we call Earth today. I show truth and I educate those who already know, and they're just confirming their belief. In the haste to hide the sunset, we were granted view of the northwest, between west and northwest, over the Gulf in Guadalajara. Here we see the portal that opened up over Guadalajara. It's being guarded by the angel ship all night. Now this almost happens every night, but at one point I couldn't see it because the focus was closer to the dot. This is after the sunset, showing you pretty much what's going on back here. The sun is already set, and this is looking southeast. The previous side we were looking from this way towards the west. This is the west, so here we're looking towards the southeast. Now this happens to be Tuesday evening at the sunset, as I promised Jim. NIBIRU is overhead. The Crystal City is going counterclockwise, and this is hiding and protecting the ships that we see in the clouds that I'll continue to show you. You see the light sources here, you see the light sources here, which are not from the sun. Jim is in Texas, so he got this view of the edge as the sun was coming to set. I promised Jim I would show him from the north. So there you have the sun setting. You got your orbs in the clouds. See your blue Kachina, you see your orbs in the clouds. You see the sun going down. You see the crystal city doing its thing. And this is all Tuesday at sunset. This is Jim's video from Tuesday. This is his view as the sun is setting, and you see the clouds are coming overhead. And these clouds are filled with our celestial masters. Now, this is Wednesday morning prior to the sunrise. You have the crystal city going counterclockwise. This presentation, I had at least 60 things to show you, but I'm going to try to cut it as short as possible. Crystal City going counterclockwise. The sun is going to rise here. Blue Kachina is here. Okay. Sun is rising here. NIBIRU is here. Red Kachina is here. See that? Red Kachina. Red Kachina. NIBIRU. Blue Kachina. Sun is rising back here. Okay. So this is the kind of stuff that I show you all the time, that I don't make it up. I'm just showing you the facts that you won't see on any of the news channels. But the day is coming. All this is in preparation for God to make his return to man. That the Sabbath is going to come. And that is where the higher self will separate itself from the lower self. The two in the field. The field of war, the field of the matrix. This is Tuesday evening as they were going off the west, heading to the north, and then to the east. This is South Dakota. There's your orb in the clouds. There's your orb in the clouds. Here's your blue Kachina. Here's NIBIRU above. You see the four arms, magnetic field. You see the crystal city coming in and doing this counterclockwise thing. I also have some great footage thanks to Donnie from Daytona. I'm going to share with you if you didn't have a chance to see his video. Now here you have, as I said, NIBIRU above the sun. It's cloaked. Here you have the crystal city. It's cloaked. It's going counterclockwise. These clouds are not just flat and have directional shape for no reason. This is looking from Ohio. This is also looking from the north. So here you see your clouds coming up off the horizon. Here you see NIBIRU cloaked in the top. And you see the crystal ship doing this counterclockwise. And the sun is already set. It's 9:14. So those light sources are not the sun. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I am ready, and I'm taking it in as I'm being taught. And I'm giving it to you as it's being shown to me. I want you to take a look at Donnie from Daytona if you didn't catch his video. This is Wednesday.
enjoy the background music. This is an amazing video, guys. You won't be disappointed. There's going to be 2 arrows to indicate a hidden sphere with a halo. There's the sphere, and look at the halo. Amazing, guys. And this is on the opposite side of the sky, of the sun. Now watch this. The coincidental thing is the lightning. I'll show it again.
Well, shit.
Just so happens this extreme electricity is right near this hidden planetary orb.
This is all made by the crystal.
Indicated by some arrows, you can see outer rims of more of the spheroid. It's insane. Look at it hiding in plain sight, right where that little smiley face guy is.
Red Katrina. All this is made by the Crystal City. Here's your Red Katrina. Nibiru's in the background.
Let me add, all of these colors are actual raw footage. Nothing's been manipulated.
Thanks to Donnie, that was some great footage. I think getting towards a little bit into this footage, I'll be able to show you just a little bit, I believe. But this is Wednesday morning, looking from Dupree, South Dakota, where they're coming off of the horizon just like they did in the evening prior before. That's your 12 ships going by. And Crystal City is doing this counterclockwise thing. And Nibiru is above. BMAN also had a great video this week about the magnetosphere. And Fernando had a great one about higher consciousness. So everybody's pushing out good work. And I'm really glad I get the support of Fernando and BMAN. And I'm grateful to support them in any way that I can. Oh, this was Wednesday. Same thing Wednesday morning. We get to see from in the Gulf what's going on. Blue Kachina, Red Kachina, Crystal City. See, it's making this counterclockwise thing. And they came off of the west horizon and went a little bit north. Now this is Wednesday evening. Got to see a little bit of the crystal ship guarding this portal again for the night. These guys work 24 hours a day. They don't take any break. Now after this, I have some quick footage, about 4 minutes worth of an invisibly cloaked ship over Indianapolis as it shaded the city from the sun at sunset. See that there's orbs all up and through here till the next morning, till it went away. This is looking in the Gulf from Texas. See, here they're coming off the western horizon in the morning. See what's going on? You see the light? This is looking west. This is from Texas, Galveston, looking into the Gulf. That was just the Crystal City. It ran across the screen. It was doing this. Now you can see it from here. This was Wednesday evening at the sunset. That was the sun that just set there. And here you still have them out. The blue Kachina, the red Kachina. NIBIRU is up high. The sun is setting, has set. Okay. Now this is the morning, Wednesday morning. They're coming off of the horizon. And they're going, look at that. They're going northwest, north. They're all coming off of the horizon and going to the north, northwest. There you go. They all passed by. Just as I showed you in Galveston a moment ago. So I have all the support that I need with webcams, with literature, with knowledge of self and knowledge of all my incarnations. Here you have the same place, New Mexico, Wednesday at lunch as they were coming across. You see, they're coming off the western horizon because this is the west where the sun sets. They're heading north. Crystal City's gonna come in. Crystal City's in. NIBIRU is overhead. You see two different light sources. Crystal City and NIBIRU is in the background. You see that? Two different light sources. Now this was the evening prior. This was Tuesday evening. So it shows you what the sunset looks like without the enhancement of the masters. Now this is what they're attempting to do with cameras. This is 8:05 in New York. Now this at 8:25, same camera, it got pointed to the ground. So it's a consolidated effort to try to hide what's going on. Because from another camera in New York at 8:30, this is what they were trying to hide. NIBIRU, as I showed you, in the northeast, as it's been going some evenings. Now they can go from east to west in a split second, in the speed of light if they need to. Now, just to show you, this was yesterday's evening in Albuquerque, last night at sunset. Look at that. The sun is already set back here. This is your blue Kachina up high, red Kachina. NIBIRU is back here. And this is the same hand that I call the hand of God, the magnetic field that you see in all of these shots that we get to see. This is from Donnie from Daytona. This the Crystal City made these hands, and that's your red Kachina back there. Now he's in Daytona, and this is looking east, so this is the Atlantic. And out here you got Daytona Beach, Cocoa Beach, Volusia Beach. So to confirm what he's seeing there, here's Volusia Beach, the same night. Volusia Beach is on the east coast. It's a little bit north of Cocoa, in between Cocoa and Daytona, where Donnie is. So you see your red Kachina. You see the time. It's at 8:26 p.m. So it's happening during the sunset. You see your blue Kachina out here, because this is the east. The sun is setting on the opposite side of the world. You see your dry lightning. I just showed you the beach here, as he's inland looking towards the beach. You see the Crystal City coming in and making its counterclockwise rotation. You see NIBIRU's bright yellow up there. So these things, as that's going up the east coast, that's how I'm seeing it here in this picture that I took Monday. because Donnie's video is from Wednesday. This picture is from Wednesday. I took it at 11 a.m. on Thursday, but it was from the night before, Wednesday night. Okay, same thing as Donnie's video. Now this is pretty amazing. This is from last night. I took this last night approximately, and this was actually from Saturday night going into Sunday morning. And this is going along with my last video. As I said, we have eclipses all the time. Now, this might be a little hard to swallow for most people, but as you can see, the sun is setting here to the left, and it's shining on the buildings. One of the guard ships is going to come in here and look like a piece of ash on the lens of the camera. And it's going to stay there from 8 p.m. till the next morning when the sun rises. And I'm about to show you that. But I want you to see what happens when it shows up here. Keep an eye on the light on the building, as I will show it twice. This is Indianapolis. See the light on the building? You see the orb show up, and you see what happened to the light on the building? From 8 o'clock to 8:15. 15 minutes, orb shows up, it goes dark. So that's a brief eclipse right there, my friends. That's your fast moving orb if it's not NIBIRU itself. If it's bigger than NIBIRU, then it's the Earth, the sun's binary twin. Wormwood, Nemesis. But this is one of the guard ships of NIBIRU. It's still here at 4:30 in the morning. There it is. They're going to start chemtrailing a little bit after they see these things. You see it on the radar. They show up on radar. They're just invisible to the regular human eye, but they show up on radar, so they know it's there. Sun is coming up, 6 a.m. You're going to see a couple of chemtrails going to come in, but by the time they come in, it takes off. It's starting to vibrate here. It's vibrating and it's getting ready to move. It cranked up. 6:30, 6:45 is gone. We got a couple chemtrailers trying to come in. 6:30, 6:45, it's gone. So you got a couple of chemtrails. They're like late. They missed the bus. And that's the total proof of what I've been telling you all the time. The ships, they vibrate and then they disappear. They morph and they disappear. And those are guard ships. And I saw this ship from many other different states. And you saw how when it came in, it kind of blocked the sunlight. Okay, it casted a shadow over the city. It took the sunlight away. Now this is amazing because this was also Saturday morning, looking north in Seattle, because this is your northeast. This is your northwest. The sun neither rises or sets in this frame. And this camera has been moved to the left because right about here probably used to be where this left frame used to end. So they moved it more to the left so you can't see the sunrise when the sun is rising because of all this. And this is how God works, that We're still seeing the blue Kachina out here. We're still seeing the crystal ship. We're still seeing Nibiru's 12 ships. The red Kachina's out here. So here you have Nibiru rising at 4:40 in the morning in the north. And with that time difference, it's almost going on lunchtime in Europe. So if they look towards the west, they're going to be seeing this stuff under the sun if they don't chemtrail it out. 4:40. Sun is not up yet, by no means necessary. 4:40, Nibiru is all in the background. Red Kachina is here. Blue Kachina is up high. Okay, about 10 o'clock a.m., you're going to see like some choppers come in here. Military doing drills. Red Kachina, Nibiru. And then they all take off towards the east, where the sun is rising. You see? Everything is gone to the right. That's your crystal ship. Everything took off and it's gone. Now here's your military ships. It's like when they come, they're always like late. You know, they need a little distraction because of everything that just happened. And I guess this was the night, the morning after the 4.1 and 4 point something earthquake in Washington State, because this was all on Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. All praises due to Almighty El. Thank you, Archangels, Ascended Masters, Masters of Light, Love, and Truth. Thank you for my righteous warriors. Final confrontation is on. I'm on the verge of a new day. You can see this from my cover of my book. This is pre-sunrise, looking west Albuquerque, New Mexico. Blue and red Kachina. No denial. Blue Kachina, Denver. Blue Kachina, New Mexico. Fort Lauderdale. This camera is off. Blue Kachina, red Kachina, Nibiru. Look at that. This camera is now off because of this picture. Look at the people on the beach. This is after sunset. This picture is also in my book. Look at the reflection on the water. The sun is already down, so this has nothing to do with the sun. Same thing, New Mexico, red Kachina, sunset. Same thing out of Pennsylvania. This is before sunrise. The same place of the portal. This is how this view used to look. This is June 24th. Dragon family, Nibiru system, without any doubt. Naples is here, Donnie is here, Daytona, Guadalajara is in Mexico, Jim is here. So when we see from Naples and we're looking west, northwest, this is where we're looking, in this area, in this triangle. There's no denying what we're seeing today. same night. No, this is the next morning. This is Thursday morning. They stayed right here in the east all morning as the sun is rising here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to BMAN for the great report on the magnetosphere. Check out BMAN's video. Quality over quantity. This is Donnie's video. And Fernando also had a great video about the highest state of consciousness. Quality over quantity. This was just some pictures courtesy of Sourstein, the North Pole. All this that's missing, that's our asteroid belt. That's where we get our asteroids from. This was Saturday morning at sunrise. It's obvious that this is the sun. NIBIRU is out here and your blue Kachina is here. That's 728. This is New Mexico last night. This was sunrise on Saturday. Sun, NIBIRU. Thanks for tuning in. God bless. All my righteous warriors. Stay blessed, stay safe. All praises due to Almighty El.